this video, it ain't no gatekeeping. I'ma share all the tricks and tips for y'all small creators to let y'all know how I shoot high quality videos. I'm letting y'all know everything I use, from the software that I use, to the camera that I use, to the lens that I use, to where I get my sound effects, what LUTs I use, all of that. You feel me? It's no gatekeeping. So if you're a real one, stick around to the end, because I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all, and I'm gonna let y'all know exactly how I shoot high quality videos. You heard? When I first started, I was saying like, yo, how do people get that cinematic look, and how do they do slow motion, and how do they do the speed ramping and all that? I didn't even know what it was called, but I had to figure it out. So what I did was started looking up YouTubers that had the most fire content in my opinion. So I found Peter Lindgren. And when I see this content, I knew from the rip, like, yo, I don't know what it is about this guy, but I feel like his channel stood out. I binge watched a lot of Peter's videos, and I seen that he had a Final Cut course. Adobe has the subscription model, and it's cool, but listen, man, I'm trying to save some paper, so I don't want to pay a monthly subscription to edit my videos. I'd rather just be done with it and keep it moving, you feel me? I also studied Final Cut on LinkedIn Learning, and then I binge watched thousands of YouTube videos. I started off with the Sony ZV-1. I waited. I was gonna get the Sony a7 IV. Out of nowhere, they were saying the Sony ZV-E1 was dropping. So I started binge watching all the videos and content on that. I pretty much purchased it the first day it dropped. So the camera that I use is the Sony ZV-E1. The lens that I use is a Sony 16 by 35 millimeter lens f.14. So you can get the nice close-up shots. You can also get the wide angle shots, and it's great for vlogging. To me, I felt like it was a no-brainer. So that's the lens that I went with. So I learned the difference between 60 frames per second and 24 frames per second. I wanted to get the slow-mo popping, and I also wanted the cinematic look. So I had to do my research and understand how the camera works. So, you know, nowadays, you know, they got the Osmo Pocket 3, you know, they got action cameras. They got a lot of different cameras. So you don't have to purchase a full frame camera. This is just what I did because I wanted to take it to the next level. So again, you've seen in my other videos, you can actually use an iPhone. You do not have to buy a full frame camera, especially if you're just starting out or if you're a content creator. That's just what I wanted to do. So of course, you gotta have the sound right. So I ended up purchasing a Sony shotgun mic. Everything that I have is actually in the description. So if you wanna know all the equipment that I actually have, everything is linked down below. A DJI Mic 2 drop, and that's what I have now. That's what I'm using now. So of course I purchased that. And again, you don't need these things, but for me, I wanted to invest in the top of the line equipment so I could really take it serious. So once I got the sound right, then I started doing my research on LUTs. So the first LUTs that I purchased was the Phantom LUTs. And then I just really wanted to figure out my style. So then I just started watching different YouTubers and seeing like, okay, let me take some of that from this YouTuber. Let me take some of that from this YouTuber. Let me incorporate my music. Let me add my style. I know I could do the little swag and all that, and I like the clean. So I just pretty much took bits and pieces of different YouTubers, and I just applied a lot of that into what I got going on so I could just get a strategy. So I'm still being authentic, I'm still being true to myself, and I'm still being me, but I just needed some inspiration from other YouTubers that's doing it, you feel me? So once I started to do that, everything else really came down to post-production. So I'll film myself, get multiple angles and stuff like that, and then I was like, all right, bet, how can I take my content to the next level? All of that comes down to the post-production, which is the editing. So once I get my footage, I dump it into Final Cut Pro, and then I needed some music. So at first, I was using Epidemic Sound for this different sound effects. You know, they got nice instrumentals, and they actually got some dope music. And there's a lot of YouTubers that use Epidemic Sound, but I did notice that a lot of YouTubers be having the same music. So I'm like, So I ended up just canceling that subscription, and now I use Envato. Envato has videos, sound effects, stock footage, and transitions. Anything you need, Envato got it, man. Text, overlays, all that type of stuff. It's like a one-stop shop. I'm not gonna name drop all these different platforms, but if you do your research, if you're really trying to take your content to the next level, invest in one of these platforms. Some of y'all gonna be like, yo, you giving all the sauce away. At the end of the day, I'm not no hater, bro. Like, I mean, it's probably only about 10 to 15% of y'all that's gonna take the advice from me or go to those platforms that I just told y'all about to up your content. That's pretty much how I record high quality content, man. It's about really putting the work in and just learning your style. Learn what you do best. Try using a teleprompter. I realized, like, bro, that's not for me. I'm good at just freestyling. If I mess up, I'll just cut it out and, you know, Final Cut or whatever. So I just gave y'all the game, man. That's what I use, man. So y'all let me know your thoughts in the comments. Y'all let me know what platforms y'all use. I'm definitely gonna drop another video where I show y'all all the equipment that I use for these videos. In this video, I just wanted to give y'all the information, and that video would be super long if I just dropped all the equipment and then told you how I shoot high quality videos in the same video. I thought that would be too much. It would be better if I just separated those two. And also I wanted to say that I invested in lights as well. Lighting is so important. How could I forget that? Lighting. Yes, I invested in this GVM bicolor light. You know, they got aperture, newer lights, man. They got so many different brands. For the most part, they all do the same thing. And then of course I got the Govee lights in the back. Then I got the lights over the Nipsey, and then my plaque that I made for my mixtapes, you know what I'm saying? Just to give it a little sauce or whatever. That's pretty much it. That's how I shoot high quality videos. I mostly shoot my videos on the Sony ZV-E1. I still do use the Sony ZV-1, and I also use my iPhone. But for the most part, I'd rather just use the camera. It's on top of the gimbal now. And I'm definitely gonna start implementing more gimbal shots in my content. You know, I invested in the gimbal, so it's only right I start using it. And also I'm working on my business. I got a videography / content agency that I'm working on. So if you're in Atlanta and you need some high quality videos or some high quality content for your social media or your website, man, y'all let me know, man. DDHD Films, you heard? Y'all let me know your thoughts. Y'all let me know if I'm missing anything. But for the most part, this is what I use to record high quality videos. That's all I got for y'all. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Always remember, dreams don't have deadlines. It's the homie LA Mars, and I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one. You heard? Let's get it. And now, go.